Good morning and welcome back to Adventure Planet, where today I'm here at Chessington's World of Adventures Resort on a beautifully sunny summer's day here in the UK. Now, I was here just about a month ago where I came down for the official day one opening of the World of Jumanji. Now, I filmed a dedicated vlog for that event covering the rides, the merchandise, the food and drink options, the atmosphere, the theming and audio and all the rest of it. If you want to check that vlog out, you can find that out on the Chessington 2023 playlists right here on the channel. Today though, it's more about covering the park for the 2023 season, checking any updates. I'm not expecting too many, to be honest. Obviously, Chessington's focus for the past year has been the World of Jumanji. As a matter of fact, I was stood pretty much here a year ago and the World of Jumanji was just completely rubble. It's so great to see that up and open and looking absolutely fantastic. Obviously got the entertainers out at the moment. It is Mardi Gras here as well. This event runs from now through until the 25th of June. Now, it was a really strong event last year, so not expecting many improvements, to be honest, but of course, if there are some, that is much welcome. So we're going to take a look at the shows and stuff around Mardi Gras today as well. Now, if you want to come down to Chessington and experience Mardi Gras and obviously the World of Jumanji yourself, entry starts from about £34 if you book online, and it's £6 to park your car here. Park hours today, 10 AM through until 6 PM. It's going to be a busy one and probably a hot one. We're expecting temperatures of about 28 degrees today. Let's head on in and check out Chessington's Mardi Gras. And much like last year, here at the Explorer's entrance, you got all the Mardi Gras theming around here, all the different colors and beads, banners, flyers. The music and entertainers are out in force here as well. It all looks awesome. Yeah, love all this again. They've really gone to town. Now, last year, Mardi Gras here at Chessington was actually quite strong. Like I say, this is their second attempt. And you know, it'd be nice to see some improvements here and there, but if it was just like last year, I'd be pretty happy. As like I say, it was definitely a strong event last year. Of course, you can find that vlog in the Chessington 2022 playlist right here on the channel. All the entertainers out here, really good to see. Hey! The Jeep all decorated up there as well, looking really nice. Yeah, it's a busy one today. Look at the queues just to get into the park here. Entertainers everywhere though. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, all looking really nice. Let's head on in. And as you can see from the Mardi Gras Chessington map, then it looks pretty much the same as last year. You have all the crews, Stompy crew, High Flyers crew, Clawsome, Elmer's Color, but we also have an extra crew this year, Scales and Tails crew, which can be found at Shipwreck Coast. All the other crews are pretty much exactly where they were last year. We've also got the Carnival spectacle taking place at the main stage as well today, as well as obviously all the separate shows of all the crews. So looking very similar to last year. Like I say, looking forward to checking out the Scales and Tails crew. Can be found at Shipwreck Coast. Obviously that was still all under very much under construction this time last year, so it's nice that they brought in an additional crew to support that area. Oh, World of Jumanji, absolutely fantastic. Here we are at the entrance then. Still interesting to know that they've still not got canopies over this entrance here. I was expecting them to have something like that like a long time ago, to be perfectly honest. I mean, this, you know, obviously we get quite a lot of rain here and then the summers can get quite hot here, so I thought some kind of canopy across here would have been put into place by now, but still nothing there yet. Maybe it's not something they're going to be doing, but let's head on in. Oh, Dragon's Fury looking good with those repainted supports. Let's go. And here we are then, just past the entrance at Chessington. Dragon's Fury there, just testing. You know, I love Dragon's Fury, no longer the newest coaster here at Chessington, obviously opened in 2004. And they've done a great job at the end of last year, painting all these supports nice and red. But they've unfortunately left out the track, which does mean there's a little bit of a clash in aesthetics there. Would have liked to have seen the track painted up as well. Dragon's Fury there though with a 90-minute queue. Yes, a busy one that. Right on the entrance. Definitely avoid coming to this first thing on busy days. Oh, 90 minutes. Wow. There's the dragon in there, currently asleep. He is working though. He was working as I walked through the entrance earlier on. Wild Asia just to the left here, we've got Dragon Delights. However, what I'm going to be doing today, take a little bit of a different route. We're going to head down this way and head towards Shipwreck Coast and catch the show of the new Scales and Tails crew. Yeah, looking forward to this. Oh, Mandrill Mayhem. There she goes. Yeah, like I say, World of Jumanji opened here on the 15th of May, about a month ago. And it's a spectacular new area. Really, really well done with the theming and the audio. The flat rides, yeah, they're not the best, I'll reiterate that. But Mandrill Mayhem is a surprisingly fantastic shuttle wing coaster, manufactured by good old B&M. World first for B&M actually, and the world's first Jumanji themed roller coaster. Hey! Oh, absolutely fantastic. And there it is. We'll be checking that out a little bit later on, but like I say, if you do want to watch the dedicated vlog that we filmed featuring all of the rides in the World of Jumanji, that can be found in the 2023 Chessington playlist right here on the channel. Let's head to Shipwreck Coast. Yeah, look at these supports for Dragon's Fury. It looks absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, like I say, it really does show up even more the fact that they didn't get around to painting the track, which is a real shame. But still, those blood red supports do look good. Maura spinning coaster. Well themed as well, that ride. Barrel bailout here just to the right, and what a perfect day for it as well. Like I say, we're expecting temperatures of up to 28 today. Not too much in the way of sun, and we are expecting maybe a thunderstorm later, kind of mid-afternoon. Hopefully nothing too rough, but we'll see. Yeah, what a great way to cool down. Barrel bailout opened here last year with the area 2022. Great little ride this. Oh, what a refresher. Get me wet. Come on, don't be shy, I'm up for it. Hey, hey. Oh, it's beautiful. And of course we've got Blue Barnacle here as well. Currently a walk-on. Yeah, most people heading straight to Dragon's Fury and the World of Jumanji today. No goats here though, not that I can see, no Bagot goats. Not sure where they've gone. When I came here for the World of Jumanji, there was actually one stood on the roof of this shack here. Can't see any today though. More Mardi Gras theming around here, looks really nice. Carries on going around here. Then we got it all at the back there as well. And of course the theming at Shipwreck Coast, it really is fantastic. Love all of this. Every time I come here, I always love to see it. And obviously we got some throwbacks here as well. To Professor Burb's Bubble Works and Ramesses' Revenge. Seastorm off to the left here. Yeah, just a 10-minute wait for Barrel Bailout. And looks probably similar for Seastorm actually. Not too big of a queue. Yeah, great little ride that. Here's another throwback here. Miss Bubbleworks Wash House. For the cleanest clothes on the coast. And of course you've got all your toys here. And then Wildwoods right in front of us here. We also got Trawler Trouble, which came from Thorpe Park's Old Town area. And again, a walk-on for that. There's only 2 people on the ride. Again, love all this theming here. And we still got the rats in Trawler Trouble as well. There we are, Miss Bubbleworks Wash House. And just next to Captain's Fish and Chips then, we've got the stage for the brand new Scales and Tails crew. Gotta say, love the big chameleon here with his Mardi Gras hat on, covered in all the beads. The big fish here as well. Yeah, we got all the Mardi Gras colors again here. And the big banners for Scales and Tails crew, the big flags here. In terms of show times, you're looking at 11 o'clock, 12:10, 13:20, 14:40, and 15:50. We're gonna catch the 11 o'clock. Highlights coming up.
Let you
And a great first show there from the Scales and Tails crew. Yeah, loved everything about that. Great dancers, great costume, love the aquatic theme as well. And of course, after the actual main show, they get the kids and kind of the adults as well, if you like, to kind of interact with some bubble makers and some hula hoops, take some photos and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, good audience interaction there as well. Gonna head into Wild Woods now. Looks like a busy one today. Let's check out the queue times for both the Gruffalo's River Adventure and of course, Vampire. And currently a 40-minute wait for the Gruffalo's River Ride Adventure then. Might find that that'll die down a little bit later on. Yeah, still looking good though. Nice to see all the colors there, and Vampire in operation as well. Now check out the queue times for that now. The Gruffalo gift shop just to the left. Yeah, I've always loved all these buildings here in Wild Woods. The Vampire going across the top there, the Burger Kitchen off to the right. And of course you've got the Gruffalo Bites just to the left there as well, if you want a quick snack. And here we go into the creepy area of Wild Woods. Good to see the red waterfall still active. Doesn't look as though the cue boards are working for the Vampire here. Oh, it's such a great area, this. Love the red waterfall. And Vampire. And yeah, you know, this brings me now that, you know, obviously the world of Jumanji is open, brings me to talk about just what may happen with Vampire in the future. I feel that this ride is the next ride that Chessington need to take a look at. Obviously opened in 1990, manufactured by Arrow. Vekoma came in, put the new Vekoma trains on here in 2002. However, it is getting on now, and it does ride a little bit jolty. It's not very smooth. The question is, what are Chessington going to do with this in the future? I do feel like this is the thing that needs to be looked at next. And I feel like if it does go under a full retrack, something along the lines of Flight of the Pterosaur at Portons Park, I feel would be really cool for this ride. The problem is getting the cranes in to replace all this track. I mean, what really makes the Vampire is the location of it. You know, the way it kind of goes through all these trees here, the wild woods, you know, and they've had 30 years for all these trees to grow. And I feel like if they had to get the cranes in here, they would likely have to cut a lot of this back, cut them down. And I feel that would take away what really makes this ride. So it'll be interesting to see what Chessington do in the future with this one. Hey! It's a great ride. And it's currently a 60-minute wait for Vampire then, so I figured I'd come back, have a ride on that a little bit later on. Worth noting that if you do walk straight past the Vampire, you've got this great little photo op here that is still here. Now this was all closed during the construction of the World of Jumanji. Obviously getting the station is right here, World of Jumanji behind this fence here, but it's all opened up now. So if you do want a quick route back to the World of Jumanji, you can take this pathway through here. And World of Jumanji will be on your left a little bit further down. I'm going to come back into Wild Woods though and head now to Adventure Point, where I'll put in some highlights of Elmer's Color Crew show. Yeah, this was here last year. It was a good show. Some highlights coming up. Hey! He was a bit late turning up, but here he is. Hey! It's Elmer! And of course, Elmer's Color Crew can be found right here in the heart of Adventure Point.
Show me what you got. Come on, 'cause we
And some highlights there then of another good show here at Chessington, the Elmer's Colour Cruise Show. Just a 10-minute show. Yeah, really impressed with the high energy considering how hot it is today. And yeah, poor Elmer, he must be absolutely baking. But yeah, just like I say, a 10-minute show, nice high energy, great costumes again, nice and colourful. And now the dancers are out kind of audience interacting with the kids and adults just behind me here. Going to take a look at the Mardi Gras merch here inside the Adventure Point gift shop now, to see if they got any new bits for this year. And unfortunately then, if you're coming to Chessington to grab some Mardi Gras merch, you'll be out of luck. There was absolutely none in the gift shop at Adventure Point. Not sure if there's going to be more pieces elsewhere around the park, but none at the Adventure Point gift shop. A little bit of a shame. Good to see Chessington Armada all looking really fresh though. The chimp in the boat back there with his water fountain, or his leak in the boat, whatever that is. Yeah, good to see all the boats working as well here. Gonna head on into Mexicana now, see how this is all decorated up for Mardi Gras, and see if we can get a little update on Scorpion Express, which again I know is still down, and it was down this time last year as well. It's been having a lot of trouble, and yeah, I do believe the latest talks, but they're actually looking to replace the train. It was actually testing this time last year, but then it's pretty much been down ever since. Shame, because it's a great mine train that. Looks like the horse is covered in beads again here as well. Got all the money bags. Mexicana. And there you go, as you can see, Scorpion Express still gated off here. Good to see that they've actually brought the gates a lot further forward this time, as before you could actually walk right up to the ride until you realized that it was actually out of action, but there you go. Essential maintenance, so is unavailable. Yeah, not too sure what's going on down here. See if we can get a look over. Yeah, can't really see much from here, but yeah, it's been down a long time, this ride. Such a shame. Hopefully it's back in action soon. But as of June 2023, still no luck. Rattlesnake still looking great though. Great ride that. And some photo opportunities here, of course, in the wanted signs. And we'll just head into Forbidden Kingdom now then, which is where you'll find the third of the crews here today, the Stompede crew, located just behind Croc Drop. Of course, the SBF Visa drop tower here. Fantastically themed. All the exterior done by Coda Creative. We've also done the Jaguar statue in the world of Jumanji. And there we go, just a 15-minute wait for Croc Drop. But coming up, highlights of the Stompede show.
See you rising, and when they do, they don't even like it. They just wanna see you deep and crash me. Do my zonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my zonto.
1, 2, 3, give yourselves a big round of applause.
And some highlights there then of the Stompede crew just behind Croc Drop. Now that is one of the stages that's actually moved from last year. Last year it was actually found at the entrance to the Mexicana area. So that's moved just a little bit further down into Forbidden Kingdom behind Croc Drop. And yeah, again, really good show, really good audience interaction, and all the zebra costumes as well. Really, really cool. Just a 10-minute wait now for Zufari. So I thought I'd head down here, take a look. This is a bit of a safari ride where you jump on a truck and see some animals. And I want to see if the waterfalls are back for this season. Let's go check it out.
Which way?
And after a 15-minute wait then, here we are on Zufari Ride to Africa. And I gotta say, the trucks are looking pretty wet, so it's a promising sign for the waterfalls. Let's go. Hey.
Has dropped by 40% in the past 30 years due to poaching and habitat loss.
The Chessington continent.
It's actually the same substance as your fingernails and is highly prized in many cultures.
Far off the track.
Here we go.
It's worrying. You make him jump.
But unfortunately, that's it. Nothing more than that. Good to have at least something though.
Down there.
And some on-ride footage there then of Safari Ride into Africa, where you can see some animals such as rhino and giraffes. Yeah, 10-minute advertised wait time, waited about 15, so not too bad at all. Yeah, it's good to see that the end show is kind of back in some way. You got the lighting effects there, and obviously some of the waterfalls are back, but obviously still not as good as it used to be. The vehicle itself used to actually drive underneath a waterfall. I was getting a little bit excited because the floor of the truck was really wet. I thought it was going to be back in full force, but unfortunately it wasn't. Anyway, going to head round to Forbidden Kingdom now, where we're going to put in some footage of the High Flyers crew. And some footage there then of the High Flyers crew. Yeah, much improved on last year's show. That's really good to see. And what's also good to see is Croc Drop here is actually spinning. Hey, obviously last season a lot of problems were being had with the gyro aspect of Croc Drop, but good to see it back in action at 100% today. Looks like this has all been painted up as well, looking really fresh. It's looking a little bit tired at the end of last season. So yeah, it's good to see this looking really fresh as well. Since watching the High Flyers crew, queue time has increased to 25 minutes for Croc Drop. Still not too bad. It's a good ride there. And just opposite Croc Drop to the left here, we've got the main stage, which shortly I'll put in some footage of the Carnival Spectacle Show. Yeah, crowd's starting to just kind of turn up now. I'll put in some footage coming up.
Oh, hiya! Hey, hello everyone! Woo! All right. Now, where shall I sit?
some highlights there then of the Carnival spectacle here at the main stage at Chessington, and I've got to say, what an absolutely fantastic show. That was leagues and above better than last year's show here. A little bit disappointed that the temporary stage is still there. I thought for this season they would have something a little more permanent. However, it didn't take away from the show. Some great pyro effects, smoke effects, streamers going off, and like I say, as we've said around the sort of seeing the crews around the park, the costumes absolutely fantastic. Not a story as such to that one. It was more kind of a coming together of all the crews around the park, minus Elmer's colour crew for some reason. He actually wasn't there. Got myself some beads as well. Great audience interaction. Took these right in the face actually. I wasn't ready for the throw at all. So yeah, took these right square in the face. But yeah, absolutely fantastic show. Really, really well put together. About 15 to 20 minutes in length. Anyway, it's almost lunchtime now. It's time to check out Mardi Gras Avenue. See what the food and drink options are on offer for this year's Mardi Gras. And here we are on Mardi Gras Avenue then, and as you can see straight away there's fewer food and drink stalls as there was last year. We also had a brass band here last year. Looks like we've got that replaced by an acoustic guitarist just on the right here. We got our authentic bratwurst is back. £9 for a bratwurst, £9 for a crack, 8 for Cumberland, and added cheese for £1.50. That's obviously a lot more expensive than it was last year. £7.50 I paid last year. So yeah, prices increased by £1.50. You got the Mardi Gras street food option there as well. Jambalaya for £8, nachos for £5. You got fries for £4, Cajun fries for £5, and some flaming fries for £5 as well. Again, add cheese for £1.50. And we got the mocktail bar here as well. £6 for your mocktails, £2.75 for fizzy drinks, or £2.40 for your water. Still got the Ben & Jerry's van here. I hope this never leaves. This is a staple of Chessington and I absolutely love it. It's great. And yeah, the guitarist just to the left here. Sounds pretty good.
Since I've come home, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. So won't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me.
And I made my way down to Bernstead Mansion now then, after having my fill of a beautiful German sausage, £9 for a bit of bratwurst. Yeah, definitely filled the hole that. As you can see, Bernstead Mansion now representing all the crews. Unlike last year where they were missing a crew off. I believe it was Stompede if I remember rightly. You got Scales and Tails there, Elmer's Colour crew, High Flyers crew. And then you've got Clawsome and Stompede off just to the left here. And of course inside there is where you can also find Room on the Broom and Magical Journey. Right opposite Bernstead then, of course, you've got the field. Nothing happening here for Mardi Gras this year. Obviously there wasn't last year either. This is usually something that is used up on Chessington's summer event, Wilderfest, where you usually see a lot more stuff going on here. Of course, Sea Life just over the back there. We're going to go and take a little look at that now, as it's had a little bit of a refurb for 2023. And here we are then inside the newly refurbished Sea Life here at Chessington. And yeah, I've got to say, this is all looking really nice and fresh in here. And of course, if it is a really hot day like today, it's nice and air conditioned in here as well. Yeah, look at this. I'm wondering if the propeller on the airplane will now be spinning again after this refurb. Maybe, maybe not. It's a great Sea Life this. If you've not done it before, definitely worth coming in and checking it out. Yeah, everything looking really clean. Yeah, this is great. Oh wow, yeah, everything's been given a good scrub in here. A lot cleaner, a lot better maintained than last season. Your lionfish there. Well, Silver Mooney, my friend. Here we are in the pirate area as well. Got the old sail. Yeah, all looks really nice. And of course, you've got some windows at the bottom there if you're not quite tall enough to look over. A couple of chests of loot there. Great stuff. And you've still got the interactives here as well, which is really good to see. Some camel shrimp. and reef lobster. Little areas here where you can crawl underneath and pop your head up. Now we're into Azteca. A little bit darker in here. And a jellyfish. Like something out of another world. And you've also got base camp here as well, where you can see a selection of reptiles. The Chumac dark frog to the right there, and some skinks here to the left. Hello. And here we are in the final section of sea life then, the tunnel, and unfortunately, it's still not spinning. What a shame. Like I said in the last vlog, it's certainly used to. Got some sharks in here. And that brings us to the end of the sea life. Yeah, really worth seeing if you've not done that before. And yeah, it's really nice to see all the refurbishment that's gone on inside the sea life. Good to see Chessington looking after that. Like I say, it's just as good as the one that can be found at Alton Towers, so definitely worth doing if you've not done that before. And now we're here at the lodge's entrance, and yeah, look at all this Mardi Gras theming. This looks absolutely fantastic. The lettering not actually on the grass this time as it was last year, but all up against this fence with all the different colours. I gotta say, I think I prefer this. It looks a lot more colourful. And I love the Chessington World of Adventures Resort logo right in the middle there. Again, with all these Mardi Gras colours with the pots and the flowers, the little cards. They're great. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, really well done. The giraffe is still out here as well, with his beads on and his purple colouring. Yeah, and all this against the fence is really nice as well. Mardi Gras. Right in front of the lodge's entrance, of course. Love those donuts. They look great. And yeah, there's the giraffe himself. Love the way he gets kind of, you know, decorated up with each event. Of Christmas, of course, he has his little Christmas hat on. And just off to the left here, we have the mini stage. No actual shows going on here today. It would usually be advertised just here. Nothing happening for Mardi Gras. However, they do still have some Gruffalo meet and greets going on here at this stage. Or you can just come here to kind of chill out under the trees, listen to a bit of the audio, and just take a bit of a breather. Good place to eat some lunch as well if you brought your own lunch. But yeah, no actual shows on the mini stage for today. And here we are back at the newly opened World of Jumanji then, which opened just a month ago on the 15th of May. Mandrill Mayhem there going above the entrance, still looking absolutely fantastic. Still doing the reserve and ride system here for Mandrill Mayhem. You can head to the website or just scan this QR code and get yourself a reservation. I've just put mine in, have to wait 2 hours 45 minutes, so it's quite a long wait today. However, that's fine, plenty more to see and do throughout the day before us coming back to ride the one and only B&M Shuttle Launch Wing Coaster. What a mouthful. Ostrich Stampede off to the right there, looks like it could be, yep, it's down. Oh, good old SBF visa. Yeah, still looking really good around here though, nice and fresh. Be nice when all this planting kind of really grows up. Kind of, you know, hide this pathway a little bit more. Pathway that kind of replicates the shape of the board game. Got all the pieces around here. Looks like Mamba Strike might just be testing as well. Looks like that might have been down for a little bit. That's what I said back in the dedicated vlog. SBF Visa, not the best manufacturer to go to for flat rides in my opinion. Not when you've got something as juicy as a B&M coaster here. I think they could have gone with someone a lot better. And I do feel like these flat rides are suffering a little bit for it as well. And there you go, Mamba Strike and Ostrich Stampede likely just testing. Yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, as we said in the dedicated vlog, all this theming though, the audio is still pumping out here, which is really good to see. Yeah, just a shame about the operations here on the two flat rides. And of course, off to the right here is where you'll find all the merchandise, all the game stores. Yeah, I love all the theming around here though. All this up here is absolutely fantastic. And of course, you've got your refresh and refill stations here to the left. And as predicted in the last vlog, it looks as though the Jeep that was here has actually gone. Yeah, that's a shame. They got the permanent one here. But yeah, unfortunately the one that they had here has actually gone. That's a bit of a shame. However, it lets you appreciate this kind of theming here, which is really, really cool. Love these petrol pumps. And just a quick look there then in the world of Jumanji, and yeah, it's a shame about those flat rides. I personally would have liked to have seen something from Zero perhaps. Little Zero drop tower would have been really nice in the position of Mamba Strike to give a nice kind of overview of the park there. Dragon's Fury is still on a 60-minute wait. It's been a busy day today. Obviously, like I say, Mandrill Mayhem as well, the reserve and ride, nearly 3 hours to wait for your reservation. So I'm going to head into Wild Asia now, and we're going to check out the very last of the Mardi Gras shows here. It is the Clawsome Crew. Show just about to start, highlights coming up.
Just outside the 95, never thought of the worst way. You don't understand, I don't need a man. Me and my
And with the highlights there then from the Clawsome Crew, that means we've seen all the shows from all the crews here at Chessington's Mardi Gras. Of course, we've got Tuk Tuk Turmoil, the Dodgems in Wild Asia. Absolute carnage going down at the end there. And of course, right opposite that, we have the Monkey Swinger, and there's something missing there today. Chessington, it's 28 degrees C. Where's the water effects? What a perfect day for some water effects on Monkey Swinger, and yet they are not turned on for whatever reason. That's a real shame. Great wave swinger this, but yeah, sorely missing those water effects here today. Just a queue time of 15 minutes for Monkey Swinger. And yeah, one of the quieter areas actually, Wild Asia of the park. We've got a couple of thunderstorms bubbling up in sort of the nearby area. However, nothing to affect us just yet. It's starting to cloud over a little bit here. Hopefully, nothing too bad. Hey, you got obviously the Cobra over there. Zamperla Disco, looking fantastic. And the queue time for that currently is, I believe, about 20 minutes. For some reason, at some point today, all the queue boards have stopped working on the rides, which isn't great to see. You can only check the app. Check the queue time for Cobra about 10 minutes ago, and it was about 25 minutes, so I imagine it's probably about the same. I'm going to head over to Tiger Rock now, see if we can get a ride on the log flume. Of course, you've got the bird walkthrough just off to the left here as well. You fancy seeing some birds? And some off-ride footage there then from Tiger Rock, the 1987 Mack Rides log flume here at Chessington, but with a 75-minute wait time. I figured I'd forgo that for now and take my chances with other rides around the park, like the rides in the rainforest area where we've got Jungle Rangers, the little track ride, just a 20-minute wait time. And of course, you've got River Rafts just a little bit further down, which is currently 40 minutes. But as you can see, it's just started raining a little bit here, but I gotta say, that's actually really, really refreshing. As long as it doesn't come down any heavier, I'm actually happy with this. It's been such a hot day today. that this rain shower is actually really, really nice. It's only expected to last for about half an hour. But yeah, I appreciate it either way. Here we are, here's river rafts here, little ABC Engineering log flume. And as much as this is a log flume for the kids, oh hey, as you can see, you do get quite wet on this one. It's deceiving, but this one is actually quite a soaker, especially if you've got an adult in the car or adults with the extra weight in the cars. You can certainly get pretty wet on this. Hey, great little ride. And we've also got the little bounce towers here as well in the rainforest, although the one on the left is out of action at the moment. The one on the right is working fine. This is Treetop Hoppers. And from the rainforest back down to Wildwoods then, and Vampire. Gonna get on my ride finally, coming towards the end of the day. But queue time is now down to 30 minutes. Can't come to Chessington without a ride on this classic suspended coaster. Manufactured by Arrow, opened in 1990. Let's get on. Oh, and all the spooky theming for Vampire in the queue line. Yeah, it's definitely seen better days, but it still sets the tone for the ride here. All the creepy audio and all the trees, the keep out signs. Yeah, it's great. Like I say, opened here in the park all the way back in 1990. Look at this guy. Yeah, 33 years old and long overdue. A considerable refurbishment. Like I said in the vlog earlier, it'd be interesting to see what Chessington actually do with this ride. Oh, those spooky sounds. Advertised wait time, 30 minutes. I got a feeling it could be shorter than that. Might be a little bit over exaggerated. Oh, maybe not. Good to see all the lights working here as well. Excellent ride. Location really makes it. And just had my ride on Vampire then, 30 minutes advertised queue time, waited 55. Now in fairness, that wasn't all down to the not so great operations. It was down for 5 to 10 minutes due to inclement weather, but still, yeah, operations still not the best on there at all. And you know, every time we come to Chessington, we have several rides that are either down or running really, really poor operations. It's something Chessington really do need to get a grip of. Complete carnage in the station for Vampire there. Crowds pushing through, trying to get to the front. People changing what car number they were actually on. And the staff in there didn't seem to have really any control over it, which is a real shame. Yeah, another kind of red flag for the operations here at Chessington. However, now we're heading back to the world of Jumanji. It's almost my time for my ride on Mandrill Mayhem. Going to make this the last ride of the day today, and then we'll be wrapping up today's vlog. And here she is, the glorious B&M. Hey. Absolutely fantastic ride this. Hey. Absolutely awesome. And the reserving ride still working really well. Yeah, I had to wait almost 3 hours before I could actually come back here. But now on arriving, it's practically a walk-on really. There's about a 5-minute queue just up the top here. So we'll be on nice and quick. And what a great ride to end the day. And thankfully the rain stopped as well. Mandrill Mayhem, let's go. And just had my last ride of the day then on Mardi Gras Mayhem, and it is a fantastic ride. Far and away the best ride at the park in my opinion. Although I have to say, running a little bit more jolty than I remember it a month ago. A little bit of an uncomfortable ride. Not sure if that's something to do with the heat maybe, but yeah, definitely not running quite as smooth as it was a month ago, but it's a great ride. The launches are nice and snappy. Yes, the inversion is slow, but that really makes it. You don't get very many slow inversions on coasters these days, and I really like that about Mardi Gras Mayhem. And also operations on there, absolutely fantastic. Why can't they do that around the rest of the ride? It's strange that they're still not letting you queue actually at the air gates, but once you're in the station, really quick, getting everybody sat down, checking the restraints really quick, getting the train sent out super fast. Absolutely brilliant. Can't fault operations on Mardi Gras whatsoever. I just wish that that spread to the rest of the park. Anyway, it's coming to the end of the day now. I'm just going to put in a few more bits and pieces around the park, and then we'll be wrapping up today's vlog. And that is gonna wrap up my day here then at Chessington's World of Adventures. And I gotta say, yeah, it's been a good day today. It's been a hot day for sure, but it has been a good day. Mardi Gras itself, absolutely so much better than last year. Really, really good. Good to see the addition of an extra crew this year for Shipwreck Coast. Thought they might have had something for World of Jumanji, but not this year, maybe next year. But all the crew shows were great with the colorful costumes, the great audio, the high energy in this heat. Really, really good to see. And this show on the main stage was absolutely spectacular. A real kind of coming together of all the crews around the park, and they really did put on a solid performance, even though I was smacked in the face with some beads at the end of the show. Really, really good though. The decor around the park has been really good as well. Music's been pumping, and it's been a really good vibe and atmosphere. Really, really impressed. Only downsides really was the lack, I think, of food and drink options. Obviously last year we had a lot more food stalls on Mardi Gras Avenue. This year we only really had the street food stall. I would like to see a few more options back again next year. I'm not sure why they took some out this year, but yeah, a little bit of a lack on the Louisiana themed food and drink. Also a lack of merch around the park as well. Usually for merch they only have, you know, maybe a couple of pin badges or a few trinkets here and there. No merch whatsoever this year for that I could find, at least, for Mardi Gras in the shops that I went, you know, that I actually visited. So that was a little bit of a shame. In terms of operations today, yeah, it's been another typical day at Chessington's World of Adventures, unfortunately. We've seen a lot of downtime today. Scorpion Express is still closed. Obviously the carnage that happened on the Vampire earlier. Yeah, and the rides in general, flat rides and coasters, taking a long time to get the trains dispatched. It's such a shame, and it's something that I really wish Chessington would get a grip on, because it's the only downside really every time I come here. The operations are never great, and yet you go to World of Jumanji and ride Mardi Gras Mayhem and it's like you're in a completely different park. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really solid. And I just wish that they could take the operations from that and just spread it around the rest of the park. Then we would have no complaints. So we'll see. That's, you know, that's one for the future. Otherwise though, yeah, it's been a solid solid 8 hours today. Like I say, I've rode some of my favorite rides again today. We had a little bit of downtime for inclement weather earlier. However, that didn't last too long and we got back to riding again pretty quickly. So that was really good. Yeah, it's been an absolutely great day. Really impressed overall. In terms of the next vlog coming up though, next week we are back at Paultons Park. Yeah, they're celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. So we're going to head there, see what that's all about and revisit my favorite themed area in all of the UK, Tornado Springs, as well as getting back on some of my favorite rides there as well. So that's coming up next week. But from Chessington's World of Adventures, I want to thank you so much for watching. And as always, happy riding everybody. I'll see you at Paultons.